Hey guys, this is Locke. In this video, I'm going to do the Weaponry Trials 3, and I'm not going to use coal. I know that's a big ask that a lot of people have asked about. How do I do this if I do not have coal? I'm also not using any legendary heroes at all, so I'm only using epic heroes and lower rarity. So I'm hoping that people are able to mimic this if you don't have coal. And if you have other melee legendary heroes that you can use instead of these, definitely feel free to, because I think you'll have an even easier time than what I'm showing. All of my heroes are level 50 except for Butterfly, who's level 52. I gave her a little bit worse equipment because of that, because she has a little bit more inflated stats. But as you can see, everyone else on my team is level 50. Everyone on my team also has this Temptation of the Devil Tarot. This is a really good tarot for this stage because your stats will go up very high as you defeat these minions. I'm going to call them minions. I know they have a different name, but that's what I'm going to call them. One thing that's important to note is that Angel also has the same tarot as well. And the reason for that is because at some point the boss will use a skill which will target the highest magical defense person, and right now that's Angel. Like when I start, it's Angel, and I want it to be Angel because she has this reaction which will decrease the single target damage you take by 30%. She is probably the most defensive hero in my lineup in terms of magical defense, and this reaction that she's able to survive it. So I want her to take that hit. However, if I do not equip this tarot on her, as you start killing these minions, all your other heroes will get a 30% attack and defense increase, because you're killing off these minions, while Angel will not. So at that point, one of your other heroes might actually be taking these hits instead of Angel, which is not what you want. So that's the reason why I equipped it on her. I also have this skill, this one. I used to use the MDef command on everybody, but again, for the same reason, I found that sometimes one of these guys will have more defense than Angel and take the hit, and they will not be able to survive it because they don't have this reaction ability. So to prevent that, I'm actually using, I took that skill off, and I'm just using 3 healing skills on Angel. Of this lineup, Crimson Falcon I find is the most useful. One of the reasons for that is because he actually climbs up the ledge over here and kills off the minions that spawn here. None of my other heroes have the jump capability that he has, so I feel that even if you have other heroes, Crimson Falcon is probably going to be helpful for you in this stage. Cole is also able to do that, so if you have Cole, you can use Cole instead of Crimson Falcon. Cole makes the stage so much easier. There's so many guides that people have done with Cole in it, so if you want to use Cole, she will help you do this much easier than this guide. So the basic idea is that I need to be killing these minions often, and these minions also take reduced damage from ranged attacks, so that's the reason why I'm using a mainly melee team. But I also need to keep everyone's health fully topped off because the boss does do a couple of AoEs. So Angel isn't able to take care of the healing by herself. That's the reason why I'm bringing Butterfly, because she has a couple healing skills. She has Cure Blow, which when she attacks, she heals everyone within 3 tiles around her. She also has this passive, which also, after she attacks, heals the ally with the lowest HP in battle by 20% of her attack. So with that, and with Angel skills, I'm able to keep everybody topped off almost all the time. I'm also additionally able to get off quite a bit of damage with Butterfly as well. So with that, I have 4 damage dealers and 2 healers in a 5-man team. So that's how I'm able to overcome the problem of not having Cole, who's able to take multiple turns after you kill one of the minions. So with that, I can show you my actual run and what I did. And before I start, these are the tactics I'm using. Using Maneuver Command, Warhorn, and the Flag. I'm not actually using the Flag, so that doesn't really matter, but it's these 2 that I'm really using that helps me to do this run. As for the weapons and stuff I'm using, I'm expecting people to follow this guide when they're level 50, so they should be able to basically mimic what I'm doing, except for the specific trinkets I have. I'm not going to be using any of my trinkets special effect. As for this one, Crimson Falcon will not really have much of an opportunity to attack from higher ground. Most of the time he's at the same ground as other opponents. And then I don't use the disaster bottle or the cures. So you can watch my run to see that I'm just using these as statistics. Oh, and this is an important card that I forgot to mention. So the boss also keeps buffing himself as well. Every time you kill one of these minions, he gets a buff that increases his attack, and it keeps on increasing. So you want to keep removing these buffs. And to do that, I have this Tarot on my Outlaw Guard. I'm going to put him right here so that he'll be 2 spaces from the boss. And he will dispel 2 buffs from the enemy, from the boss every turn, as well as inflict this Judgment debuff, which is increasing the damage that he takes by an additional 10%, because you also want to do as much damage as possible. So, and as you know, this boss also has a shield, which it's a physical shield, so you want to use as much physical DPS as possible. So my team fits that, and my team is also all melee. When he spawns the blue thing, I'll talk about that, because you can use any attack to get rid of those. But anyway, without further talking, let me just get into the run. So right away, I'm going to start killing these minions. And that's not too hard to do. My team is melee based, and at level 50 with level 60 equipment, they can easily, most of the time, one-shot these guys. And every time you do kill these minions, because of the Tarot you have equipped, you start having even more attack and even more defense. So the longer this fight goes on, the easier this fight actually ends up becoming. So at this point, my Crimson Falcon cannot reach this guy, and I actually need my Falcon to be close to the side there, because the next spawn is going to be around here. So I'm going to attack this thing. I use my teleport to attack it, and then I'm going to move my Crimson Falcon here, so that when it spawns, I'm easily able to attack it. I'm easily able to get rid of that. Oops. And then I'm going to use heal. And that's the first round. So now for the second round, until the boss spawns these enemies, I'm just going to do as much damage as possible. Here, I'm going to keep her here. I mean, I can keep her either spot. I usually keep her here just in case she buffs the magical defense increase. If I keep her here and she buffs these two, it might be possible that this guy has more defense than my angel. So I keep it here so that both of these guys get buffed, because my my butterfly is at the 5th trait. So within 3 tiles she grants 4 allies within 3 tiles 2 buffs. But these buffs aren't, like, it's not that important to this run, but that's the reason why I'm keeping her here. And as you can see, my angel is able to take that because of the reaction that she has. Now these blue things, these guys die. You don't have to actually kill them, like you don't have to deplete their health. If they take any hit, they will like explode and damage anyone within 1 square of themselves, and then they will die. So I can actually use Angel to get rid of them as well. And so here, as I said, this guy spawned up here, so I have my Crimson Falcon there ready to take him out. Move him back. And then, so I'm going to use Angel to get rid of this guy, because that saves me an attack. And then now he is finally in position to start taking stacks off these boss. The boss already has 3 stacks right now, and by attacking the boss with this, it should reduce it down to 1 stack, as well as yep, it's down to 1 stack, and it also put the Judgment debuff on him, which increases the damage he takes by 10%. And again, now I don't have to kill this thing, so if I damage it, it's fine. And by using this AoE ability, I'm damaging him and attacking a little bit of damage to the boss at the same time. Okay, so do more damage. Okay, so now I need to break this shield. So what I'm going to do to break this shield is I'm going to use this Warhorn debuff on the boss, so that he takes a lot more damage. So I'm going to use this. And then now she doesn't have anything to do, so she's going to heal herself. So with my stats and, you know, being level 50 and all that, I'm able to kill the shield in 2 hits. You might need 3 hits, right? Like you saw, my Crimson Falcon plus my Outlaw Guard was able to defeat this this shield. But if you need 3 hits and you're following this guide, you can see that, you know, my butterfly will still have a hit left. So you can attack the boss with that, and if you need it, you can use that to defeat it. So like this, if the shield is still up, you can see the boss did not take a turn yet. So you can actually use butterfly now to attack the boss and you know, break the shield if the shield was still up. Okay, so at this point, I know my next minion is going to spawn somewhere around here. So I'm going to use Crimson Falcon like this and try to move him closer to here so that he can attack that guy when he needs to. And I'm going to use Angel to heal. At this point, it's really important to start keeping all your heroes fully topped off, because, you know, the boss already did 1 AoE and he's going to do another AoE the next turn that he gets. So I need to heal my lightning. And so my lightning has the, what is it called? The resonance that he has gives him a little bit of healing himself. So I can use that on this rock to pick up some healing, or I can stand right here and, you know, do this as well to, so he has 3 things that he's attacking to get healing from. And remember, Butterfly's passive, so she's going to heal whoever has the lowest health. So she can just auto attack the boss like this to give my lightning some extra healing. And with that, my lightning is almost at full health. So you can see that, you know, my boss, there's still a huge buffer. Like if I look at my Outlaw Guard, he has 1,311 HP left. So your stats don't need to be as high as mine. Like if it has, you know, like 800 HP less, you will still have a pretty reasonable buffer to be able to take the damage from the boss's AoE. I'm just going to go through all their health so you can see, you know, approximately how much health of a buffer you have to be able to tank his damage. Okay, and as I said, so here the Crimson Falcon is up here now to attack this minion that spawned. And then I'm going to go back down here so that I'm in range to heal everyone. And Butterfly also has this skill as well. So what this does is let me see if I can, there. So what this does is it increases the damage by everybody by 15% and also gives them 30% lifesteal. So sometimes just with this, their auto attacks will completely bring their health back to full. So you can also use this skill as a secondary form of healing as well. You just have to be using it on a turn where, like this is a good turn to use it, for example, because you have to use it on a turn where you don't need your heroes to do something else. Like, you know, on a turn where you don't need her to directly be healing, because if she's not attacking a hero or an enemy with the skill is not, this passive is not going to trigger. So it has to be a turn where you only need her to use the buff and not do any healing herself. So here, I don't have a way of, let me see if he can reach. No, he can't reach this guy. So I will use the teleport buff to get him, not the buff, but the teleport ability to get him there, kill off this minion, and then go stand over there. I'm going to use her to attack this guy. Okay, and then I'm going to use lightning to attack this minion over here. Now notice that I'm using my normal attack because I'm saving this attack for when the boss uses his shield. I don't want to, I mean, it costs 3 energy, and he only gets 1 energy every turn. So I want to save it for turns that he needs to do a lot of damage. So I'm just going to use a normal attack here. And this guy can go and attack this thing. I mean, this thing will die. Maybe I'll just do this to also get some health for himself. And as you can see, like, you give him quite a bit of health. And the reason for that is the extra 30% lifesteal that he received from Butterfly's effect. Okay, so now another turn where you need to burst the boss's defense down as soon as possible, the shield down as soon as possible. So Crimson Falcon is going to go and attack this thing. But the reason I can do that is because I know I only need 2 hits to kill off the boss. But even if you do that, you have 3 heroes left who can take a turn before the boss is going to go. So you have more than enough time to do what you need to break the shield with this strategy. So I'm just going to keep everybody at full health at this point, and then use Warhorn. Use this. Wow, that only took 1 hit to break the shield. But the reason for that is, I mean, this guy right now has 10 stacks, right? He has like 2,856 attack, but a lot of the attack also comes from the skill, which gives you offensive stance, which increases his attack by another 40%. So that's why his attack is so high, and he's able to do that. But you know, at this point in the game, you've killed you've killed a lot of these minions, so your attacks for all your heroes should be pretty high, and you should be able to burst this boss down quite fast. So that's basically it. I mean, I'm going to finish this run here because I'm almost done. But yeah, that's the main strategy here. The limitation might be being able to survive the boss's AoEs, and also being able to kill the minions in 1 hit. Those 2 might be your biggest limitations, I think. But otherwise, this run isn't too bad. There you go. So that's how you beat this run without coal and also without any other legendaries at all. I hope I got something. Okay, good. So I got a hollow axe and I got a diffusing prism. I did a similar no legendary run for the Weaponry Trial 1, and at the end of it, I got no legendary gears at all. So I was like, I spent all this time explaining it and I didn't even get anything for it. But at least, you know, this time I got something. So that's good. But anyway, so that's this video. Let me just go through the heroes. Maybe you want to see, maybe there was something I missed, but you know, this is the gears, this is the setup I have, these are the skills that they're using. Lightning is on a crit build. She provides crit command to my heroes as well, which enables them to do even more damage. I have Crimson Falcon, this is his gear, this is the skills I'm using. It's not I don't think this was really that necessary. Battle Fever, you can probably get away with using Ambush. If you're having trouble one-shotting those minions with him, Ambush might be able to help you to do a little bit more damage when you're attacking from the because they'll have full health, so they'll be unharmed. So you'll be doing 20% more damage to them using that. And then so Angel, this is my build for Angel. She has the Coexist armor, which I'm going to try to keep. So I'm going to try to keep her at a healthy amount of health so that she's able to activate its effect. And then Butterfly, and finally the Outlaw Guard. So that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoy this, and if you have any questions, let me know, and I will see you guys next time. Take care now. Bye.